Okay, this question says, what are those things you wished you'd known at the beginning of your PhD? Now, I've actually finished my PhD, and I wish it just easy for me to say, this is it, and this is it. But in all honesty, even now that I've finished my PhD, I don't think there are certain things that I don't think I know all of the things I wish I had known before. Because let me put it this way: the part of going into a PhD comes with the ignorance, the fact that okay, there are certain things you don't know. You don't know how things will turn out. And now here I am at the finish line of my PhD, and to a large extent, I am glad about the outcome, which is I passed my PhD viva, I wrote my thesis, I finished it within the time limits given to me. My sanity, to a large extent, is still within check. So, if I had to do the PhD over and over again, what would I do differently? I don't know, right? Will I say I would probably pick a new supervisor? I don't know. While starting my PhD, it turned out my supervisor, my main supervisor, had to leave the institution that I am in and go to another institution because of she got a new opportunity, and I still chose to stick with her, despite the fact that I probably will not be seeing my supervisor in person frequently because now it's going to be remote. And if I knew how that feeling would be to be supervised by someone remotely for almost 90% of the time, or having to be handed out to another supervisor who might not really have as much time as I am required to attend to me because maybe my research problem is not really his particular interest. So, but what I just probably know that I will probably intensify efforts with, I think that's what I'll probably say, is I'll probably intensify efforts with keeping my schedule and adhering to my schedule. Meaning, if I plan a schedule, which I mostly do, and say this is exactly what I want to do, I should be very firm with saying no. Meaning, no Jupiter, no one is going to make me break the routine that I have set in that schedule. If I'm able to do that differently, I definitely would. And then the second thing I probably would also do is I would ensure to have something to do outside of my PhD. Right? Well, this is what I mean. Now, I'm married, so thankfully, when I come home, I have my wife to talk to. And my wife, she's not a mathematician, thank God. So we talk about other things. We gossip about work, we gossip about people. Yeah, we gossip about people. We gossip about people, we laugh, we tell jokes, and we share intimate moments that to a very large extent takes away my mind from my PhD research. And I'm very grateful for that single opportunity to be married to my wife Motunrayo, because she gave me this environment, or she created this safe environment for me that is outside of my PhD research. Because sometimes the PhD, it appears you are failing at it. I use the word appears. It appears you are failing at it because sometimes your experiments are not working, your ideas are not working, you're stuck, you're mentally drained, you feel unworthy, you question your intellectual capacity, that, oh, I'm a failure. Many times I've said that. I don't know if I'm recording this, but yeah, you feel that way. So you probably want to find something else that you can do that gives you this sense of success, right? It boosts your morale frequently. And for me, it turned out to be, I loved teaching. So I was a graduate teaching assistant, which I did as a side gig alongside my PhD. And I taught the students, the undergraduate students, and they loved me. Like, this is not a hyperbole. They loved me. The feedback they gave me, one particular student said, he or she looked forward to coming to my class every evening, and because of the enthusiasm I brought to class. So, and the course convener, Dr. Randa, she always gave me a shout out about how well I did my work, working with her. I came to class, I taught the students. So those kind of things gave me like a morale boost that even though the PhD was crumbling in one corner, I still had this record of success that I look forward to every week when I taught. So for me, it was teaching. Now that I'm done my PhD, I'm trying to make the conscious effort to find other things that also gives me this idea of some form of success in a way, and also some form of a community and other engagement. So that's just one of the things I think I would do differently. I think I said first thing I said, sticking to my routine and saying no, nothing to make me break the routine. And one other point I probably would say is I don't know how true I would do this, but probably cutting down some responsibilities. There are some things I really love to do. There are some people that I owe a whole lot to, and for that reason, it's difficult for me to say no to them. So, I took on just so much of responsibilities, which have made me grow in a number of ways. Some persons say, "Oh, you act quite mature." Yes, I do, but I'm a very small boy. Like for my age, I'm quite young, and I think I've probably taken some stuff too much. That aside the mental drain, there's also a physical drain on my body. So, if I'll be able to cut down on some of those responsibilities I took upon myself, I think that's one of the key points I would include in this video. Now, I have one other question I would attend to, and then I'll make a final concluding video to wrap up the August Q series that is finishing in October. Bye for now.